Alaikum. Last class we were taking first lesson, right? In that two objectives we completed. We have to complete half of the second objective and the last objective. There are three objectives in it, right? The first objective was to know about computer or to study about computer. And what was the second objective, children? Input devices we have completed, right? Now we have to do output devices and CPU. What do you mean by output device and what are the CPU? What is CPU and what are the components of CPU? Okay, before moving on to the second objective, that is output device, let me ask you, what is input device? Input device is used to enter data or give instructions into a computer. Into is important. Underline that into, their children. And examples are keyboard, mouse, scanner, joystick, microphone, etc. Okay, so that we finished and we went detail about the keyboard, mouse, scanner, microphone and all, right? All those we completed. Now coming to the output device. Take page number 9 of your textbook, lesson number 1. Okay, the output devices are used to get the output or results from the computer. From computer what we are getting, that is called output device. Underline from there. So the difference between input and output is only in and from. Okay, into the computer and from the computer. That is the difference. Okay, and the examples are monitor, speaker, printer. Many examples are there. All the output devices we are known as output unit. Okay, the output devices are used to get the output or the result from the computer. It may be pictures, sound, printouts, etc. The input output devices. Now let us see what is monitor. Okay, monitor you all know is, yes children, you all know what is monitor, right? So the monitors, there are three types of monitors. A monitor is the screen of a computer, and here look at the picture. LCD monitor is there, CRT monitor is there, and also LED monitor. Three types of monitor. It is important, okay children? Note down there that LCD monitor, CRT monitor and LED monitor. There are three types of monitors you have to learn. That is one of the output device. And what is the second output device? Speaker. Why the speaker is known as output device, children? Because we are getting sound outside the computer, right? So it is a output device. Speaker help us to hear the voice, music and sound from a computer. Last class I showed you the speaker, right? Yes children, here is a speaker. See, this is a small Bluetooth speaker. This is an output device. It is not input device. It is output device. That is, the result is coming out. The sound is coming out from the computer. So this is output device. Then next one is printer. Printer means what, children? If you want to take out a printout of a paper or printout of a photo, that photo is coming out from inside, right? From inside it is coming out. So it is an output device. There are three types of printers there. You have to learn like monitor. That is laser printer, inkjet printer, dot matrix printer. Three printers you have to learn. And what is printer? Printer is used to take out the printout of documents, pictures or graphs, etc. The documents you typed appear on the screen of a computer. They can be printed on paper using a printer. So whatever is there in the screen or in the monitor, that you can take it out through in a paper. That is called printout. Okay. Then the next output is plotter. Plotter is same like printer only, but with the printer we can print out small things in an A4 sheet or a small chart and all. But if you want it in a big size printout, that is known as plotter, like flex and all, no? That is called plotter. Okay, you can see the picture here. See, this is a big picture, right? It is not small. It is very big. So to print out in a big flex card and all, posters and all, we use plotter to print out. Okay. Then, so this is all about the output devices of a computer. Now we will move on to the third objective, that is CPU. What is CPU? You all know, you learned from third standard also, you learned it from second also, that CPU is the brain of computer, CPU is central processing unit and all, right? So the same way here also, central processing unit and is the most important part of computer because it's a brain of computer. Without brain, what is the use of us, right? The same way, CPU is the brain of computer, so there is no use when there is no brain. Okay, we cannot work with the computer when there is no brain. CPU is known as the brain of computer. It is a processing unit and controls all calculations in the computer. The CPU manages the working of all parts of computer. CPU manages the all parts of working of a computer. That is, without CPU, the working of other items is not possible. Okay. Then the central processing unit carries out the instructions of a computer program in a programming the basic arithmetic logic and input and out logical input and output operations of the system. Yeah, whatever instructions we are giving, some process is going on inside the CPU and it is giving to the monitor to give the all these components of CPU we will be learning in 6th standard. But now we have to learn the logically divided CPU. CPU is logically divided into 3 parts, that is arithmetic and logical unit, then control unit, memory unit. 3 parts are there for CPU. What do you mean by arithmetic and logic unit? That is ALU. For the exam they will be asking ALU. Okay, learn the full form of ALU. Underline that ALU in your textbook, children. Page number 11. Okay. All the arithmetic and logical operations, that is all the calculations are performed by this unit. Additions, subtractions, comparisons, etc. are some examples of arithmetic operation. You all know maths, right? Arithmetics means maths, addition, subtractions and all. Okay, all this is done in this arithmetic and logical unit, that is ALU. And the second one is control unit. As the name says, it controls the system and it is the most important parts of CPU. The CPU controls all the and coordinates the activities of other unit such as ALU, that is arithmetic logic unit, memory unit, input, output, all these is controlled by control unit. And control unit takes the data and instructions from the input device and transfer them from the memory to ALU and vice versa. It is transferring, vice versa means opposite. It is taking back also. And it also sends the processor data to the output device. It sends processor data to the output device. Whatever is processing from the CPU, this control unit is sending to the monitor or to the printer to give it to outside. Okay, all this controlling part is done by CU, that is control unit. Then memory unit. Without memory we cannot live, right? It is useless, we are living in this world. The same way, without the memory unit is a storage where everything is saved. Okay, so the memory unit is the storage place of a computer. The data of each and every program is stored in the memory unit. All the data which all the files, that is data, okay. All the files what we are saving in the computer, that is stored in this memory unit. All the works you do in the computer can be stored in the memory unit. The photos or the files or the letters, whatever you are doing in the computer can be saved in the memory unit of the computer. So 3 parts are there for the CPU, right? CPU logically divided into 3 parts. Arithmetic, that is all the calculations are doing by ALU, and then controlling unit is there which control the arithmetic and memory unit. CPU, inside CPU a control unit is there, so it will be controlling both arithmetic and memory unit. Then memory unit, what is the function of memory unit? It will store all the data inside the CPU, whatever programs or whatever files we are saving, we are doing, that will be saved in the memory unit. These are the three CPU divisions. Okay. Now, the data in the computer memory will be lost when the computer is turned off. So, you have to save them to avoid data loss. You are saving your files or memory device which are called storage devices. Yes. If suppose you are doing something in a computer, you are typing something, once the power is off or once you off the computer, it is erased. Right. So to save, you have to save it in a storage device. The computer can remember your files only if you save them on a storage device. You have to save the file, then only it will be stored. Otherwise, once you off the system, it will be erased. Okay. I think you know volatile and non-volatile memory. Right. Once you switch off, it will be erased, that is volatile memory. Once you off, even if it is not erasing, that is called non-volatile memory. Okay, so to save it in the storage device, we need a storage device, right? Yes, so that storage is RAM. Okay, random access memory, RAM. Okay, we'll see. Storage devices are used to store data in a computer. Why we want a storeroom? To store the things, right? Same way here, storage device means storage thing we need to store the data or to store the photos or to store the files. These are just like shelves in your school library. Yes, in your library, school library also there are storerooms, right, where we keep books. You can store files, documents, programs, pictures, operating systems, etc. All these can be saved in this storage device. Storage devices are mainly classified into two. There are two types of storage devices, that is RAM and primary storage and secondary storage. What do you mean by primary storage, children? Primary storages are the storage which will be there in the system or which will be there in the computer. And the secondary storage means the storage which we are adding. Like suppose pen drive and all. Pen drive is a secondary device. In the computer there will be a memory where we can save the file. Okay, that is primary memory or the first memory which will be there in the computer. And the secondary memory means the memory card, pen drive, all these things, hard disk and all these things what we are adding separately to a computer, that is called secondary memory. Okay, or the secondary storage device, we will see. So the example of primary storage device which is there in the computer is, you can see the picture here. Can you see the picture here, children? This is RAM. RAM is a primary storage device. It stores the primary data for working a computer. RAM stands for what is the full form of RAM? Random access memory. It is the motherboard of a computer. Without mother, we cannot live, right? Without mother, if mother is not there, we are not there, right? Mother is the person who take care of us, right? The same way here, there is a motherboard, that is RAM, where everything is saved in the computer. Okay, so if there is large amount of data and it cannot be stored in the computer, what we will do, children? We will buy another memory like pen drive, etc. to store a CD, DVD or memory card, etc. and we will transfer, copy and paste or cut and paste to the secondary device and we will use it. Okay, secondary devices, all other storage devices like hard disk, that's what ma'am said, hard disk, CD, DVD, pen drive, etc. are some of the second storage device. Okay, children. So what is primary device? Primary storage device is which is already there in the computer. Right. Yeah, it is a primary data of working a computer and it stands for random access memory. Okay. Then what is the second storage device? All the storage devices like hard disk, CD, DVD, pen drive, etc. Okay, children. Now we will move on to the secondary storage device. Okay, what are secondary storage device? We will see. We know the examples of it. Now we will go detail about it. First one is hard disk. What is hard disk? It is a secondary storage device. Okay, and it is placed inside the CPU. Yeah, this hard disk is inside the CPU. See the picture, children. This is hard disk, internal hard disk and CD-ROM. Can you see here? Can you see? Hard disk. Look into your textbook, page number 12. Okay, so hard disk is a secondary storage device of a computer and it is placed inside the CPU. All programs and operating systems are stored in it. All the programs which we are working in the computer are stored in that hard disk. You can also store other files like letters, pictures, songs, films, games, etc. can be stored in the hard disk. The CPU reads and writes on the hard disk. CPU is reading the hard disk. Reading means it is processing the hard disk. Now external hard disks are portable and can store large amount of data. External storage device can handle large amount of data. Large amount of data can be stored in the secondary storage device. And three types of hard disk is, one is the first hard disk, then the external hard disk, then CD-ROM. All these are the disk of hard disk. All these are the hard disk. Okay. Now the secondary storage device is CD. The secondary storage device, second one is CD. You all know CD, right? The school annual day CD and all you got, right? What is the full form of CD, children? Compact disk. What is the full form? Compact disk. And it is used in a computer as a portable secondary storage device. It is also called CD-ROM. It is a disk made of stiff plastic. It is made of plastic type. Okay, it is made of plastic which you can curl and see. I don't have a CD to show you. See, here is a CD. This CD is made of stiff plastic and it is portable, means we can take it. Okay, we can keep it. Hard disk, it is inside the CPU, right? But this one you can take out. Then it is also called CD-ROM. It is a disk made up of stiff plastic and the data is stored on its shining side. See, two sides will be there for the CD. Upside it will be shining. There the memory, there is the memory, that is all the data are saved in that shining side. The emergence of CD caused the disappearance of video cassette. Yes, you know video cassette. Olden days we were having that what we say, DVD player and all, and we will be having a cassette. We will put it in that and we will see the marriage CD and all, right? Nowadays that is gone. That is replaced by CD. Then the CD is also replaced. Nowadays nobody is carrying a CD. Everybody is having this pen drive. Right, it is very small and it is handy also. CD was round and we have to handle it like this, right? But now it became more small and more smaller than this is there. Idilum cherudu vera undu makkale. Okay, this is only this much and small memory card is also there. So all data are getting expensive. More data storage capacity is also there and it is becoming smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay, and here it can hold 700 MB of data and is safer storage device. Compact disk requires a CD drive for reading and writing data on them. Yeah, we are using CD drive for reading, and reading means for working the CD drive is necessary. Okay, now DVD. DVD means digital versatile memory. Digital versatile disk or a digital video disk is an optical disk storage media founded in 1995. DVD better than CD because it is handling more data, and DVD is the same dimensions of CD but stores more than 6 times of its data. Yes, that's what I said. In CD it is holding less data or less files, but DVD more data and more files can be stored. Normally it can hold 4.7 GB of data. 4.7 GB of data can be stored in DVD, and in CD how many children? 700 MB only. Okay, megabyte. Only 700 MB can be added, but here 4.7 GB can be added. Now DVD disk requires a DVD drive for reading or writing data on it. Here we need CD drive. Here we need DVD drive to run the DVD. Okay. Then DVD drive can also read a CD-ROM. DVD drive can be played CD-ROM, but in CD-ROM we cannot play DVD. So DVD player is necessary to run DVD disk. Okay. Now pen drive. Pen drive is a small size. This one. Yes, pen drive is a small sized portable storage device that can be used to transfer file easily between a computer system. From one computer, if you are keeping this, if we are putting this, see there is a port like this, if we are putting this, and we can transfer all the data inside this, and we can take it out and we can put it in the another computer, and we can transfer from this computer to that computer all the photos, videos, sounds and all. Okay, so all these data can be stored in the other system with the help of this pen drive, and the computer automatically detects the new devices and creates a new drive for it. Now you can access pen drive just like any ordinary hard disk drive. You can work with this pen drive just like other hard disk. You can use this pen drive. Now memory card. What is memory card? In your mobile which you are seeing me, there will be memory card inside, right? The small, very small, that black color one, that is called memory card. Okay, memory card. And this memory card is also known as memory stick. Can you see a picture there, children? The small memory, two memory card is there, I guess. Right, one memory card is there inside, and it is a small in size, but it has large storage capacity and easy to handle. Yes, pen drive, more than pen drive, we can add in that memory card. Okay, and nowadays most of the people use memory card in their mobile phones. Yes, that's what I said. In the mobile phone also we use memory card. Already memory card will be there in the mobile phone, but still we will add one more memory card so that we can add large amount of photos and we can use the mobile very fastly. We can store many things in it. And the use of memory card is same as a pen drive. The use of this and use of memory card is same, but it needs a card reader connect to the computer to transfer. But what is the difference? For this we don't need another card to work. Okay, but this we can connect. This we can connect to the system directly. But for the memory card we need another tray to keep the memory card, and we will putting this tray inside the computer port. Okay, so that is the difference between a pen drive and a memory card. Okay, but it can hold large amount of data in the memory card. Okay, children, so this is all about the CPU. So we have completed almost all the topics of this first lesson. Okay, I hope it is clear to you all. If you have any doubt, as I told you in the last class, you are free to call and ask me. Okay, children. Now let's move on to the fill in the blanks of this lesson. Today we are going to complete the lesson. Okay, so I gave you this as homework, right? This I'll be sending you the answers in the WhatsApp. Then only you write it in your notebook. Okay, now you can do it in the pencil. Okay, with the pencil. See children, this is fill in the blanks which you have to do. Here fill in the blanks, and here to hear music. What are the things that you use to hear music? and then here write for input, I for the input and S for storage device. See here something is given here. For input device you want to write I there, and the storage device you want to use S there. Webcam, it is an input device or a storage device? It is input device, right? Then hard disk, it is a input device or a storage device? Hard disk, it is a storage device. Like that you have to do this. Read the lesson, then all these exercises will be very easy for you. Read lesson 2 times. Okay, then you will get all these answers. Okay children. Then the next part is fill the pyramid crossword. Here is a pyramid given. Read this. This answer will be here and then fill the puzzle. Okay. Now see here children, the 5th one. That is pick out the right combination. A good combination you want to select from this. Suppose here speaker and a headset is there. So is it a nice combination? Yes. So you can tick it out. Like that you want to find out a better combination here. For example here see one barcode is there and barcode reader is there. So this is a combination, right? So you can tick here. Like that good combinations you select and tick, others you cross. Okay. Then here write the category of the following device. The category of this. Printer is a which category? Output device. Right. Then mouse, output or input device? Input device. Like that you see all these and write output or input device. Then you have 4 question answers here, which is very easy. The first question is name 3 types of monitor. What are the 3 types of monitor? In the output device, in the first page itself you have that. Take out the first page, LCD monitor, CRT monitor and LED monitor. That are the 3 types of monitor, right? Then what is the use of plotter? With the help of a plotter we can print out the large, we can take out the big printout. Okay, in the printer we can take small printout only, but in the plotter we can take big printouts. What is mean by output device? What do you mean by output device? The first itself we discussed the definition of that, right? Output devices are the devices used to get the output or the result from the computer, like monitor, printer, scanner, speaker, etc. Okay. Then what is the use of scanner? Why we are using scanner children? Scanner is an input device. Okay. Printer is an output device. With the help of a scanner, what we are using children? We can take this paper and open it and put it on the scanner, and whatever is here, this can be scanned to the system. Suppose you want this paper in the computer, what we will do? We have a machine called a scanner. This scanner can be used to scan this part into your computer. That is the use of computer. If you want anything in your hand, the photos or any document into the computer, we will scan in the scanner. Then that can be seen in the computer. That is the use of scanner. So this 4 question answer is also very easy for you. Then the next one is collect pictures of internal components of CPU. Stick them on a chart. Collect the pictures of internal components of CPU. What are the internal components? First one was, yes children, internal components of CPU. Processor chip, microprocessor will be there. Then SMPS will be there. All those things you can write down. Okay. Then make a list of all storage devices with their names and storage capacity. You can collect all the storage devices like memory card, pen drive, all those things you can collect and write how much data it can be collected or saved. Okay. Then or its capacity you want to select like 700 MB or 32 GB like that. Okay, you want to collect like that storage devices and write how much data it can hold. Collect the following pictures of parts of computer devices and stick it. Parts of computer devices like scanner, etc. can be sticked in this column. Printer, then LCD monitor, web camera, SMPS, pen drive, everything can be stuck here. Okay, you can stick here in this column all these parts. If you have, don't go out, okay. Don't take the risk. Just try to find out from your house itself, magazine or old books, like your brother or sister is having an old book, cut it from there and you can stick it here. Okay children, so by this we completed the first lesson of your book, and this question answer part which you want to write in your notebook, I will be sending through the WhatsApp. Okay, now you are going to watch this video, listen again and again, and understand, try to understand, and then read the lesson, then do the exercise part in the textbook. Writing part in the notebook I will be sending you, and notebook you can buy the normal book, that is rolled book. Okay, rolled book you buy, that is with the lines. Okay, no need of 4-line copy or no need of plain copy. Just write the normal notebook you buy and write the first heading and be ready. I'll be sending you the note that you have to write. But before that, read the lesson and write or do all these from page number 14 to 17. Okay, from these 2 pages we did in the last class. Again, from read that exercise part again. We have completed this lesson. Okay, so page number 14 to, say children, page number 14 to 17 is your homework which you have to write with a pencil in your textbook. Okay, in the notebook I will be giving to you. Okay, so before the exam all the notes should be complete. Be a good student, stay at home and stay healthy. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.